guys, and welcome to Them Fast. Today we have a car that's rather special because it's my car. And this is the 2015 Audi A3 Limousine. And today we are going to have a comprehensive review about the ownership of this car. I've had this car for 2 years now. I'm going to tell you something about the interior, the exterior, the reliability, the amount of cost that I have owning this car, the problems with this car, and all kinds of things. So let's just start off with the outside of the car. So let's start off with the front. So right here we have the Audi A3 Limousine, and this is in an S-Line version. So we have the S-Line badge. Here we have the upgraded bumpers in the front as well as in the rear. So we have S-Line bumpers right here with some kind of front lip. We have the blacked out grille, and I've actually wrapped the grille myself. To the side we have some side skirts with a Them Fast sticker pack, which makes the car go around 10 kilometers an hour faster. So make sure to buy this in our store. And of course we have the 19-inch S3 alloys, and these are great. I think they suit the car really well. I think the 19s are just that a bit more aggressive than the 18-inch, and they actually provide great handling. You have really precise steering, and the fuel economy is still pretty good. By the way, in terms of the engine, this is the 1.4 TFSI engine with 150 brake horsepower, 250 Newton meters, and with cylinder deactivation. But I will tell you something more about that later on. So guys, right now we are at the back of the Audi A3, and this is really where the sedan stands out from the normal sportback or hatchback, because right here we have a sloping roofline with a very sexy rear end of the car. I think this looks so much nicer, to be honest, in my opinion. And this is really the reason why I bought the A3 Sedan, because I think this part just looks so much better. And also we have a pretty big boot, as we can see right here. So we actually have a boot capacity of around 450 liters, which is about twice the size of my Volkswagen Polo, and that was already enough. So yeah, this boot capacity is just amazing. And let's try if it does fit me, a human. As you can see, the load thingy here is not that practical, but in terms of volume and size, it's actually pretty good. So as you can see, it does fit a human quite comfortably. And it's really warm here.
Oh, dan ga je derde.
No, it's really hot. I mean, it's around 30 degrees. Ugh. And underneath here we actually have a real spare tire, and it's an 18-inch spare tire, so that's pretty good. And here we have a, do you call it a hoist? I still don't know how to call this thing. I think it's called a hoist. Is it called a hoist?
The hoist krik.
It's called a krik in the Netherlands. So yeah, and right here we have
do you actually know how they came on the name krik? Because the first krik doesn't have any oil, and you heard krik 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 krik.
So right here we have the rear bumper, and as you can see, I don't have any parking sensors, which is not always a good thing on this car, especially at night, because the rear view visibility is not that great. But right here we have a rear diffuser with a dual exhaust. That's only for the 150 brake horsepower version. And Niels is calling me. Sorry Niels, if you're seeing this, I'm not gonna answer.
Fuck you!
Right here we have the secret door to the Audi internals, which is called the fuel filler. And right here, yeah, of course it needs premium gas. Normally they say 95. I always put in 98 because I really see that the car is behaving better on it. And of course we have the panoramic sunroof, and look at how cool that looks with the front or the color of this car. And actually these are chrome normally, but I actually wrapped them myself in 3M paper, wrapping foil thing paper, and it looks pretty good, to be honest. Oh yeah, and here we have a stupid thing, and I don't know why I have that stupid thing, but it comes standard on the car. I have a wiping fluid thing system for the headlights, a headlight washer. I mean, this is just the most stupid thing I've ever used, because if I try to just rinse my windscreen, then this whole thing just squirts all over the car, and then the whole front of the car is a mess. Maybe I can demonstrate it. I didn't actually got to activate these, but the windscreen is all wet now. But we're going to do this another time. By the way, this is the key. So it's a standard Volkswagen Audi key. So right here we have the locking the car, unlocking the car, and hold to open the boot. And of course we have this very nice S-Line keychain thing. It's really cool. And here we have the button for the alarm, because I did get an alarm in this thing. Which had my window smashed twice, and one time the steering wheel was stolen out of the car, and the airbag and everything that was inside, so that was pretty crap. So I got this one instead. But let's go to the interior of the Audi A3. Because this is where it all happened. Everybody wants a steering wheel, and I do get it because it looks pretty nice. So we have a flat bottom steering wheel here. Okay guys, so actually it's pretty warm right now. It's 30 degrees and we're in Holland. It's 30 degrees outside. So right now the AC is working pretty hard, and as you can see we have a couple of nice fans in here. And actually these fans are better than the facelift model because they can adjust in all directions like this. But right here we actually have a sort of option to alter the stream of air. So right now it's actually a sort of diffuse kind of airstream, so it streams like this, like that. And right now you can focus the airstream, and right now it blows like this. So and actually the new ones don't have that, so let's put the airco a little bit lower than that. So but right now we are in the interior of the Audi A3. And this is the steering wheel that I was talking about. So it's an S-Line steering wheel with a flat bottom, and we have some perforated leather all around, and of course we have loads of buttons on the steering wheel as well. So right here we have a button for voice control, so then you can just give the Audi like things like Bel Robin.
De vermelding of het regelnummer, alstublieft.
Okay, and then you could just select the one that you want.
Of het regelnummer, alstublieft.
It's not a very good system. It's not the best system because this car is already 6 or 7 years old right now, so it is a little dated in terms of the smart thingies that are inside the car, but still it looks and feels quite modern. So further on in the interior we have of course the panoramic sunroof, which is fully adjustable, so we can keep it on an angle, like a bit open, or just fully open it. And right now with this weather it's actually so nice to have that. And here we have an extra sunshade to get the sun out if you wanted to. So that's pretty nice as well. And of course we have the black headliner here, yeah, and all these kind of things. We have LED lighting all around the car, and it all looks really nice. I actually have the upgraded Bang & Olufsen sound system, which also comes with the speakers in the front. So these, I don't think you can see it right now, but these speakers are lit up at night, and it actually looks really nice. And this car actually has 14 speakers and a 700 watt subwoofer in the back. So, and actually we have nice stitching here as well. So here on the side panels we have I think it's fake leather, and then with some white stitching, and it actually is in the whole interior. So here we have white stitching as well. At the armrest, we have side stitching, white stitching. So here we have white stitching, and of course we have the S-Line sort of bucket seats. So these are the sporty seats with the S-Line logo in it, and they feel really great. They are really firm. They actually are really firm, kind of hard. So the first time you drive in one of these seats, you're probably gonna have some pain in the back, but you are getting used to it. And right now I can just drive hours and hours and hours and don't have anything whatsoever in terms of back pain. So this is a 6-speed manual. The shifts are actually really nice. It does shift with really short throws, and the feeling of shifting is actually really nice, and yeah, it's a mechanical feeling, which is really nice. Further on the interior, right there we have the screen, of course, where you can just adjust all kinds of stuff. So you have your car stuff right here. You can also change the radio or the media. We have your phone thingies, and here you can get the directions for your navigation as well. It's a pretty yeah, it's a pretty solid system, and you can actually adjust all kinds of things in it. So I've actually done 187,000 kilometers on this car already, but it does feel pretty new still. So actually right here we have a very nice button, and it's called Audi Drive Select, and this changes the total driving profile of the car. So right here we can put it into comfort. Actually can go there with the menu of the car. So that's right here. We can put it into comfort. We can put it into auto, into dynamic, or individual, and also we have efficiency, and that just alters the driving of the car. So efficiency gives you the most efficient driving experience. It lowers the consumption of the air conditioning. I've actually always have it in comfort because I think in dynamic it's far too responsive, although I don't really use it at all. And dynamic is really great if you're going on the track with this car, as I've already done actually. It does drive really good on the track. The handling is great with the S-Line suspension setup. So that's really nice. Further on we have the air conditioning right here. So this is the dial for the control panel for the air conditioning. And actually, I mean, these are the little details that I really love about the Audi. So if I press this, then all these things that you can see here, they're just gone. Like this. And you won't see them until I press the button again, and then everything comes back to life. I think these little details are what makes an Audi one of the most luxurious brands. And there's a little insect here. Not anymore. Oh, right now it's fine. Oh, Robin, it's going your side. So right now we are in the rear of the Audi A3 Sedan. And as you can see, the rear room is decent. The headroom is not that good because of the sloping roofline, of course, but it's okay. Me myself, I'm 1 meter 80 centimeters, and I'm fine out here. Only my hair sometimes touches the roof. In terms of knee room, it's great, and shoulder room, it's okay. This does feel a little bit cramped, but it's actually pretty good. And as you can see, the interior quality is just great. It's better than the old, than the new Audi A3 models. Because right here, if I get the camera, woo. Okay, wait. So as you can see right here, these fans, they just look so much better than on the new models. On the new models we don't have the metal parts, the aluminum inlays, and they just don't look that upmarket as this. And of course here we have the stitching in the back of as well, and also that just looks so much better in this car compared to the new one. And here we have Robin. So right now we are going to open the hood of the car, and I'm going to show you some more about the engine and tell you a little bit more about the fuel consumption and cost of ownership. Okay, so right now we're going to check out the engine. So this is the 1.4 liter TFSI engine with cylinder deactivation. So if you're in partial load, like on the highway or just driving in town, then the car disengages 2 of the 4 cylinders, which makes it more economical to run. My average consumption with this car is actually pretty good. I do 16 kilometers on 1 liter of fuel, and if I'm going to hypermile this car, it actually gets 20 kilometers quite easily on 1 liter of petrol. In terms of the performance, it's actually pretty good. It feels a lot faster than the 150 brake horsepower that it has. 0 to 100 in 8 seconds, and the top speed, I've actually clocked this in Germany at 230 kilometers an hour. I think that's great if you also consider the consumption and stuff. Okay, so for the total cost of ownership, we're going to take you back to the office and we're going to tell you some more about owning this car. The total cost of ownership of this car. So I bought this car in 2020. Right then it had 137,000 kilometers on the clock, and right now it has 187. So I already did 50,000 kilometers. In that time I did a clutch reinstall, but that was because I got a new gearbox from the lease company which I bought it from, because there was a bad bearing in the gearbox, and I got a new gearbox for free, so that's nice. But since the gearbox was off the engine, a new clutch was not that hard in terms of price. So the clutch actually was 500 euros, so that's not too much. The new gearbox was 0 because it was under warranty. So we have a long life service every 30,000 kilometers, which is around 400 euros. But I mean, 30,000 kilometers is pretty much. So if you divide it, it's not that much. The wrap, so here you have the 3M wrapping foil. That was 50 euros. We did it ourselves, so that's not too much. Actually, the rims have the 235 wide 19-inch tires, and these are actually pretty expensive. So if you want a new tire for the 19-inch set, it's around 200 euros per tire. So what I did do instead, I just bought new rims with used tires on them with a lot of profile. I think that's a better way. And then you also have new rims, so that's pretty cool. In terms of the fuel consumption, it's actually great. You can have like 800 kilometers of range with 1 tank of fuel, and that's 50 liters. And yeah, all in all, it's actually it has been very reliable car. Only Robin broke the clutch once. I had to tow the Audi with the Volkswagen because they did not quite reinstall the clutch that good back then, and then just got the clutch cylinder a bit messed up. And further on, yeah, that is everything that I had with the car. It always starts, it's very economical, it's actually pretty practical as well. Yeah, it's a great all-round vehicle. So that's about the total cost of ownership. Right now I have had like, yeah, I actually did spend quite a lot on the car with the new rims and stuff, but it's alright. So if you don't buy all those kinds of stuff, it's actually just as expensive as owning a Volkswagen Golf, and I think this just looks so much better than a Volkswagen Golf, although from the inside it's actually the same. So guys, that's it. Further to the rest of the review, and I'll see you. Ciao. So guys, this was the short comprehensive review of my car, the Audi A3 Sedan, 2015 model with the 1.4 TFSI. Well, I actually love this car. I've already had it for 2 years, done loads of road trips. I can really recommend this thing. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Ciao.